Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're going to do a bit of a showcase of the new legend OROCHI in some regular content. So in today's video, we are taking OROCHI into the Arena Bonkichi, as well as taking him into Heavenly Demon 2, and showcasing him in some PvE content. Now, obviously, this is a PvP legend, and PvP legends are meant to shine in PvP, but they can be used in regular play too. And unfortunately, PvP legends do fall short of the sort of pinnacle mark of what we really want to see in legends nowadays. But nevertheless, they are still a thing, and he is the latest legend. Along with my summons, I pulled Smoothie as well, so now I do have every legend in the game, which is awesome. So I did try and include Smoothie in this particular video as well, just for funsies, but I'll probably do a showcase on her a little bit later, because I think she's probably the best of the PvP rare legends going around at the moment. But OROCHI, let's talk about him. Let's have a chat about Mr. OROCHI. First of all, we are taking on Coliseum Bonkichi Brook, because Bonkichi Brook came out alongside Super Type Kaido. Now, this particular OROCHI works very, very well with any unit that can give you the extra damage debuff, or give the enemy the extra damage debuff, I should say. And this particular Kaido works very, very well alongside OROCHI, and I'll explain why once we get into the crux of the actual, content of what OROCHI does. But you can also use him with stuff like 6-star Yamato is a really, really good shout. And you could you probably couldn't use him with Super Tendon Kaido, but you could definitely use him with this Kaido. Now, the reason I say that he works very, very well with this Kaido is because as a captain, he boosts Driven Powerhouse, which Kaido is both, by 4.5 times attack and HP by 1.75. As you can see, we have a lot of HP, 115,000 with one OROCHI. When you take damage, he gives himself 3 turns of cooldown, but you take 1.5 times more damage. So extra damage, but you also get the overheal mechanic. Very, very powerful mechanic. After taking 50,000 damage, you then become a 5.25 times captain. You heal 2,000 at the end of turn, you get 10% damage reduction, and you lose the 1.5 times extra damage. Now, the idea here, really, for what I see for OROCHI is, basically, you want to take damage with him, take the 50,000, and then you become a 5.25 times captain. And with Kaido, every time you take over 10,000 damage, you actually activate Kaido's special, as you guys can see here. Now, getting below 50,000 usually means half of your HP, as you can see with this particular team. 50,000 should get you around that 50% mark, activates the super type of Kaido, and wham bam, thank you, man. This unit kind of revamps Kaido as a hybrid pairing. Obviously, with the hybrid meta in full swing, utilizing these two characters together works very, very well. And it's very, very fitting, right? In the anime, in the manga, OROCHI is Kaido's little bitch, and he just basically helps out this Kaido a lot. Just like Kinemon, Denjiro, Ashirodoji, and Dogstorm really revitalized Odin, this particular character really revitalizes Kaido. However, Kaido's obviously a quick-based captain, and to make that work, you kind of really want to bring a quick powerhouse, quick-driven-y sort of team, which we've done here, and it's very easy to do because Quick is littered with driven powerhouse characters, so that's always fun. Nevertheless, the combination of the two as a captain works excellent. However, OROCHI's special also increases the damage taken debuff to the enemy by 0.3. Now, as you guys will see here, Bonkichi obviously doesn't have normal attacks only, all those shenanigans, but you can also deal the 2 times extra damage to him on the final stage. And then once you use the OROCHI special, not only does OROCHI give you a 2.5 times orb boost if you've taken 50,000 or more damage, but he also gives you a color affinity buff as well for 2.25, I'm pretty sure, something like that. So, yeah, he does a lot of damage with his special, and as I mentioned, he does sort of revamp Kaido, and I really like that they do this sort of stuff. However, he is a PvP legend, which means no super type, no super class, and that really, really hinders the unit. However, it's pretty interesting that they are doing stuff like this, and I do really like that they are revitalizing these older legends with these newer characters as well. On to the next clip now. Alright, so for the second half of the video, I did really want to showcase double OROCHI. Nevertheless, these characters sort of designed for hybrid shenanigans, and if you guys want to see some more stuff with the hybrid meta, this particular character can really work very well with stuff like Uta 6+, another driven powerhouse unit. You could use him with Kid. Kid would be a fantastic option because Kid actually cuts your HP at the end of every single turn. You could use him with stuff like the Blackbeards. Every time they take damage, they get cooldowns as well, and they can turn stuff like defensive effects into extra buffs. So there's a lot of really cool driven powerhouse characters that you could use this guy with. Versa kind of is another really good option. Versa kind of gives the burn mechanic, so you kind of want to take damage. And the whole idea of this particular unit is to make sure you guys take shots. Because as I said, every time OROCHI takes a hit as a captain, he gets 3 turns of cooldown. Now, that's nothing to scoff at. On a 14-turn cooldown, that's like, what, 4 shots, and you're basically back at max cooldown. It's actually 3 with, like, actually stalling. So, it actually works out very, very nicely. And plus, OROCHI's special not only does a lot of damage with it being an orb boost and a color affinity buff, but it also gives cooldown. It does a wave clear, it does cooldowns, which is very, very nice. It could see play and stuff like Treasure Map. But nevertheless, the unit isn't super desirable. Now, the reason I chose Heavenly Demon 2 here is because you get a lot of these HP cards, there's a lot of end of turn damage, and it actually activates the cooldown of OROCHI. Now, as you guys saw on the previous stage, we didn't actually kill the 2 turtles, but we still managed to get OROCHI's special back because of that sort of HP cut that Monet does. And I really wanted to showcase that, as well as getting back OROCHI's special as much time as possible. I tried to keep this very Wano-centric, this particular team, with stuff like the Beast Pirates and Page 1 Ulti, trying to include all of those like big badass characters from the anime and the manga. I was going to sort of try and get more Tobirobot in here, but like I got so overdoing, like rerunning this multiple times, I just sort of got over it. But we opted for Fire Tank Pirates with the carrot support for the defensive effects, and then obviously Reiju just great because she can get around the paralysis with her Sailor ability, plus humorous damage reduction, which makes her very, very nice for this particular team. Plus Orochi's quick, so just sort of worked very, very well here. But all in all, as a captain, Orochi's kit is really cool. Like, I do really like the concept of taking damage. Then once you get below 50%, or the 50,000 gets taken in, you then become a stronger captain. Because, like, 5.25 is very, very good. And then you get 2,000 healing, you get 10% damage reduction, you lose that effect, so you stop taking, like, so much damage. And every time you take a shot, you get 3 turns of cooldown. Now, the downside I do find to Orochi, though, is he's special. His special is really lacking a lot of extra that he actually gets. If you take 50,000 or more, he's a 2.5 times attack, orb boost and color affinity boost, 2.25 at 0 times, and if you're above 70%, you can't be KO'd. Now, that can't be KO'd effect may come in handy, but it's such a niche effect that you don't really ever need it per se, and there's not a lot of content that it sort of flourishes, you know? But, the interesting thing is that he adds the 0.3 to the extra damage debuff. Now, as a PvP legend, PvP legends aren't meant to be really used in regular content, if I'm completely honest, but... And, like, I'll take this guy to PvP. I've already done some recording, so I'll definitely get that video out for you guys as well. But that extra debuff that he gets is just so scarce, and it's just so limited to literally 2 units, that is kind of his big gimmick. I would have loved to have seen him do something like, I don't know, instead of this, like, not dying when you're above 70%, like, maybe he gave you a full board of orbs, or... maybe he gave you the super lock and you got like a full bottle of Wano orbs. And then if you took something like 100,000 damage, he gave you the Wano orbs and super locked them. Really sort of played into the concept of taking damage. Because really with his special, the only thing about taking damage is you go from a 2.25 times orb and color affinity boost to a 2.5 after 50,000. That's literally it. And if you're above 70% HP, like then you just can't be KO, which is, like I said, you're never really going to use that. So... whilst it's a super cool mechanic with his captain, as a sub or as a sailor, you're never really going to see it too much. 14 turn cooldown for what he does is very high. As a captain, you can get it very, very easily, but anywhere else, it's not super desirable. It's just kind of a miss. As a captain, the taking damage thing, getting the 5.25 is very easy, and obviously you do lose a super class and a super type there, right? But 5.25 is very, very good. Like, it's just a flat rate 5.25 once you take the 50,000. Very, very powerful. But you look at something like KDAD, they have a 5.25 with a matching orb. Then they're a super class unit, so you lose out on a lot of damage there. So I think they could have made it up very nicely with his special ability. Driven and Powerhouse, they have a lot of very, very good characters. So they could have easily made it up with his special. Another thing that sort of bugs me with his special is, like, 6+ Uta's a thing. She's a color affinity booster. She's an orb booster over 3 turns if you, like, use her correctly. So it kind of, like, makes this unit obsolete in terms of the special animation or the special usage, because you're just going to use Uta, like, top musica, 99.9% of the time anyway. But she's a pretty good hybrid option for this particular character as well. As a unit as well, he's obviously a quick unit. He's driven powerhouse. He has pinch healing, enrage, and hunger. Very good for his kit. And then he does have a support as well that actually goes on Kanjuro or Kaido. Once this character, like when a character uses a special to change orbs, boosts type effects of normal attacks of driven and powerhouse characters by 1.75 and heals 2,000. So obviously just straight up like made for something like Kaido, Super Tandem Kaido. This can be used on. You can use this obviously on Super Type Kaido. I'm not sure if there's any Conjurers you can use this on, but like as a support, most PvP units are very, very good. And this particular Orochi is actually like he's no it's a, wow, words are hard. No I don't even know what I'm trying to say. He's the same. Like and all those units, they all have very, very good supports, and this particular unit is no exception. That's what I'm trying to say. No exception. So nevertheless, like overall, I do like the intricacy, revitalizing stuff like Final Type Kaido, doing all that, all those types of shenanigans. But as a legend, like this character was already gonna suffer because he's a PvP legend. So it's kind of like they just have other better powerhouse driven options. I kind of give him a pass, maybe a B+. If you guys really enjoy the concept of taking damage like Blackbeard and all those types of units, this character might be for you, but I definitely would not chase this unit. As a Sailor, he does get 1 turn of cooldown every time a driven or powerhouse character uses a special, and he makes quick and recovery slots have matching slot effects. So as a Sailor, he does have some benefits, but overall, not a crazy desired legend. And it's Orochi, like, seriously, like, who else, you know? So, but it is what it is. But let me know your thoughts and opinions of the unit in the comment section below. While you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button for me. If you're new to the channel, you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. Most importantly, though, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.